These days, drones have busted out of the war zone and into our everyday lives. They've become the ultimate playthings for tech-savvy adventurers and aspiring aerial photographers alike. They've also become powerful tools for industries like agriculture, delivery services, and even disaster response. These flying robots are changing the game in so many ways. But did you know that they were originally used in 1917 during the First World War as UAVs? That's right. From a military technology, drones have now evolved into a consumer product anyone can get access to and use. And today, we're looking at the entire history of drones. So, let's get started. Welcome back to The New Technology, where we take a look at the technology of these days and what the future is going to bring us. But where would we be without the history of technology? The idea of drones wasn't created in recent history, because back in 1898, something pretty mind-blowing went down. The legendary inventor Nikola Tesla decided to take his genius to the waters of New York. He tested out a boat, but not just any ordinary boat. It was a radio-controlled one. Now this was a big deal because it showed the world what wireless communication and remote control could do. It wasn't a fancy drone like we have today. Tesla's boat was a simple yet impressive demonstration of this groundbreaking technology. He could steer the boat from afar, and he even controlled the lights on the boat. This invention was actually the birth of something huge. Tesla's radio-controlled boat laid the foundation for all the radio-controlled aircraft we have today. Every drone you've seen is a modern variation of Tesla's very own creation. He basically set the stage for the incredible possibilities of remote control and paved the way for the drone revolution we know today. Now, back in 1916, the brilliant minds of Britain developed the very first UAV, short for an unmanned aerial vehicle. This new device, known as the aerial target, was a radio-controlled aircraft. They tested it in March 1917, and around the same time, across the pond, the Americans were making their own aerial torpedo called the Kettering Bug, which took its first flight in October of 1918. Fast forward to 1935, the word drone was born around this time. How? Well, one of the models floating around was called the DH-82B Queen Bee, and folks thought it was a pretty catchy name. So they started calling these radio-controlled wonders drones. Meanwhile, in the USA, they were cranking out their own radio-controlled drones for target practice and training. Not very long after the Queen Bee, in 1937, the world of radio-controlled model planes got even more serious. During the first ever RC plane competition, it became clear that RC planes were still a bit unstable and had issues with their controls. However, 1 year later, things really took off, quite literally. The first successful RC model plane, known as Big Guff, hit the skies thanks to the masterminds Walt and Bill Good. Here's a fun fact for you. This plane even made an appearance in a film by the Academy of Model Aeronautics. Now, the 1960s were a game changer for model RC planes. This was a time when transistor technology got super tiny and made a huge impact. Those were like magic, and they helped skyrocket the sales of model RC planes. They became popular with hobbyists everywhere. It was like a domino effect. The demand for RC planes shot through the roof, and everyone was talking about them. This hype was just the push needed to fast-track the development of the RC technology we have today. So yeah, you can thank the 1960s for laying the groundwork and setting the stage for the mind-blowing world of commercial RC tech we enjoy now. In the 2000s, drones took a giant leap into the commercial world. It all started in 2006 when the FAA, that's the Federal Aviation Administration, giving the green light for the very first commercial drone permit. This opened up a whole new era for quadcopters and other UAVs. But that's not all. In the same year, Frank Wang, who was studying at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, had an idea. He wanted to make quadcopters more than just toys for tech enthusiasts. He wanted to bring them to the masses. So he founded a company that would change the game forever. DJI. DJI quickly became popular in the industry. They saw the potential of drones beyond just having fun. They realized that these flying machines could be used for important stuff, like inspecting pipelines and spraying pesticides on farms. From that point on, drones started making their way into industries all around the globe. It was like a revolution, with more and more commercial permits being issued by the FAA each year. It's crazy to think that they were only handing out an average of 2 permits per year back then. But that number skyrocketed as the drone craze took off. Moving forward to 2013, when Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, looked at drones and thought, hey, these flying machines could be an epic way to deliver stuff. Even delivery companies like FedEx and UPS wanted to use drones to deliver packages faster than ever before. Can you imagine getting your packages dropped off by a drone? But here's the catch. Technology, battery life, and regulations weren't quite up to speed with their ambitious plans. It was like the dream of airborne deliveries was just out of reach. They had the vision, but the practical stuff needed a bit more time to catch up. In that same year, DJI, the wizards of drone tech, unleashed something truly iconic, the DJI Phantom 1. This slick beast kicked off the modern drone craze and had everyone going wild. It had a nifty slot for a GoPro camera, so you could capture epic footage from the skies. And the best part, you could control it from afar. The Phantom drone quickly became the face of consumer drones. Its unique shape became the symbol of what a drone should look like. Whenever you think of drones, the image of the Phantom drone would pop into your mind. It was sleek, it was stylish, and it brought the thrill of flying right to your fingertips. Now, let's jump to 2015, a year that marked a major milestone in the world of consumer drones. DJI, the absolute rock star of the drone game, released the Phantom 3. And let us tell you, this took the drone market by storm. It quickly became one of the best-selling consumer drones in history. So what made Phantom 3 so special? Well, first of all, it came equipped with a super stabilized 4K camera. That means you could capture epic high-quality footage from the sky like a pro. Plus, get this, it had a feature called FPV. Now that's first-person view, where you could see through the drone's perspective right on your phone. And the specs didn't stop there. The Phantom 3 had an impressive range of up to 5 kilometers and a battery life of 23 minutes. That meant you could explore the skies and capture amazing footage for a solid amount of time. It was like the ultimate drone package, all wrapped up in one sleek machine. But hold up, DJI wasn't the only player in town. 3DR also joined the revolution with their own drone that worked seamlessly with the GoPro Hero camera. It had these mind-blowing smart flight modes that had never been seen before. It was like the drone had a mind of its own, making aerial adventures easier and more epic than ever. In 2016, a Chinese tech company called Ehang took things to a whole new level. They unveiled the first-ever working autonomous passenger drone car. Yeah, you heard that right. A flying car straight out of the future. The sleek and futuristic version of the drone promised to transport passengers to their destinations for up to a whopping 23 minutes. And get this, it ran on electric power and batteries. In the same year, DJI, the masters of drone tech, unleashed the DJI Mavic, and it was a total game changer. It introduced the epic concept of a foldable consumer quadcopter for the very first time. It could easily fit in your backpack. But don't let its compact size fool you. It was packed with all the awesome features you could ever dream of. It had an ultra-smooth camera gimbal stabilization, which meant that you could capture epic footage without any shaky shots. And the flight time? You could soar through the skies for a long time, capturing breathtaking aerial views. In 2018, drones like the Mavic Air, Mavic 2, and DJI's competitors like Autel and Parrot kept releasing new models left and right. It was like a drone frenzy, both in the hobby sector and in the professional drone world. It seemed like everyone wanted a piece of the drone action, and the market was buzzing with excitement. Then, during the pandemic in 2020 and 21, these high-tech flying machines became total superheroes, lending a hand when we needed it the most. Drones played a major role in delivering medical supplies. They zoomed through the sky, making sure those essential items reached hospitals and clinics in no time. It was like having a speedy delivery service from above, ensuring that healthcare workers had the tools they needed to fight the virus. But that's not all. Drones also teamed up with the police to help maintain social distancing. They soared through the streets, keeping an eye on crowded areas and reminding people to keep their distance. Drones also came to the rescue by scouting buildings for possible entry points, all without risking the lives of our fearless firefighters. Today, drones are a consumer product and a part of several industries, from farming to construction to search and rescue. These high-tech flying machines are revolutionizing how things get done. In farming, Drones with sensors and cameras help farmers keep their crops in check. They spot any issues and help farmers use resources like water and fertilizer more efficiently. Construction sites are getting a major upgrade too. Drones survey land, monitor safety, and even create 3D models of buildings. And when it comes to search and rescue, drones equipped with thermal imaging cameras are like heroes in the sky. They find missing people and guide rescuers to save lives. And companies like Amazon are testing delivery drones that could change how stuff gets transported worldwide. And with better autonomous flight tech, drones could even become our personal rides or air taxis in the near future. So there you have it, guys, a summary of the history and evolution of drones. What do you think is the most interesting use of drones? Tell us in the comments below. And please let us know if you want more history of new technology. And of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more.